And we are ready for kickoff here on the SAGU Sports Network between the Ottawa-Arizona Spirit and the SAGU Lions. And kicking off for Ottawa, number 42, Taylor Campbell. He pooches it. It's going to be fielded at about the 25. And he's going to try to bounce it outside, looking for some running room, and taken down at about the 34. That was Cedric Dale, the up man, returning the kick.
Yeah, up man, and I think a lot of that was targeted to get away from Sam Northey. He was lined up on the left side of the field, number 4, and we talked about Shamar Moreland being the big play man for the Spirit. Obviously, Samuel Northey can be the big play guy for the Lions.
And here come the SAGU Lions on offense. As always, in that shotgun formation, C.J. Collins, empty backfield, going 5 wide here to start the game. Putting a lot of confidence in that offensive line right now.
They're coming out and showing their cards early, I think.
Completes the pass to Jeremy Carr. He's going to turn upfield, get about 8 or 9 on the first completion of the game. And that's what we talked about. The dink and dunk quick passes, try to maybe set up this run later.
That's exactly what you want to do. You only have 3 men rushing on Ottawa right there, so you want to set it up, get the ball down the field real fast. You pick up 7-8 yards, set up a good second down situation, stay ahead of the chains if you're the Lions.
And we see the Lions go a little no huddle here. We talk about Ottawa trying to get out here and run fast, but the Lions, as he hands it off to Bledsoe. Bledsoe breaks off one tackle, reverses field. Or sorry, that was Stephon Free actually. Reverses field and gets
Stephon Free on the run.
Yep, Stephon Free coming in, getting the start this year, by this game. Now, a pistol formation, so they go from shotgun to pistol.
Collins with Free in the backfield. Sends a man in motion. That's Northey. He's back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Gets rid of it. Sam Northey's open downfield. Calls it in at the 5. Touchdown Lions. C.J. Collins with the perfect pass to Samuel Northey.
You could not have drawn it up better. The blitz is in Collins' face. We're talking about him making these big plays, and he drops a 50-plus yard touchdown pass to the weapon, Samuel Northey, and you just could not deliver a better pass than that right there. Northey running in stride the whole way, and 1 minute into this one, TH is on to make it 7-0.
It's a long humong for the extra point. Romeo Balboa for the hold. It's down, kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, we talk about the Spirit, the Ottawa Spirit offense. 1 minute or less drives. The Lions setting the tone.
59 seconds. You watch the replay here. Here comes the blitz right up the middle. He gets it off just in time. That's Justin Barrett. And TH, 2 men on him, but he just stayed 1 step ahead the whole way. You do see Ottawa bringing that delayed blitz, but if you can get a guy open downfield, then that blitz, all you're doing is losing a linebacker in coverage. You bring that linebacker blitz, you lose that guy in coverage, you lose, safety help has to get on Northey there, he gets open down the field. So yeah, we talk about big plays for Ottawa, quick drives for Ottawa. Well, we're 59 seconds in, and SAGU has a 50-plus yard touchdown, and they're up 7-0. Just the start you wanted to draw up for your home opener.
Absolutely. We saw Sam Northey a bit last year, not a ton in the receiving game. He was more of a punt kick return man last year, but he's really stepped into his own as an actual wideout this season. And he is one of the bright spots on this SAGU offense.
He's a wideout, and he'll also be a secondary running back from time to time. They'll put him out there for some of those run plays. Yeah, that is his 29th catch on the year and his 4th touchdown overall.
Leads this Lions offense.
Over 400 yards receiving.
TH's kick is going to be fielded about the 6-yard line. Looking for some room up the middle, but he is met by a swarm of Lions, and a good job on kick coverage there by the Lions as the return man for Ottawa. It looked like Shamar Moreland, the man we wanted to possibly avoid. They kicked it right to him.
That's the guy you want to wrap up, and you love seeing coming in at the very end there. Christian Cross comes in to help finish it off, so a total gang tackle.
Now the Lions out on defense, you're going to get to see this Ottawa offense and how they operate. Again, led by quarterback Austin McCullough, the sophomore. He lines up with 2 men in the backfield with him. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to hand it off. They're going to run the ball first play of the game, and the Lions do a good job of stringing that out. It looks like it was Marcellus Chester-Riley on the carry. And the Lions tackle for loss there.
Do a great job stringing them out. The whole offensive line sticks to their man. And yeah, coming up, it looked like with the tackle on that play was Devontae Crownover. kind of coming in to be the first one to hit the running back. Yeah, throwing for a loss of 1 on the first play. You love seeing that when you're looking at all these different options.
Back to pass is McCullough. The Lions bring the pressure. They're going to get there. The SAGU defense, they rush forward, and Derek Shelby off the edge. Great move to duck under the tackle and get right there for the sack.
Yeah, this is just Derek Shelby winning his matchup. He's out there on the corner, just comes around. The running back does not pick up Shelby. He needs to be looking for that, needs to clip him. Instead, he's trying to get open. It happens too quickly, and just like that, SAGU has thrown Ottawa back 8 yards. It is 3rd and 18.
McCullough back to pass. The Lions, they're going to bring 3. McCullough. Deep ball, intercepted. Here comes down the sideline. Christian Cross, is he going to find the end zone? He is! Christian Cross, pick 6, and the Lions are up 14-0.
That's just an ill-advised throw, throwing it up for grabs, maybe a little bit of frustration. You come out that slowly. McCullough trying to do a little too much, throws the ball up for grabs, really into double coverage. Christian Cross is reading it the whole way. He's underneath just watching that ball come into his hands. He takes it back for a touchdown, and you couldn't have drawn up a better start at all now for the Lions. Up 13-0, just 2.5 minutes into this ball game.
Cross's 4th interception on the year, and this one just happens to be brought back for a touchdown as TH puts the extra point through. And again, the Lions not even 3 minutes into this game, up 14-0.
And that was a touchdown from the moment it was thrown up. Christian Cross just already laying there in coverage, just kind of comes underneath. You watch here, just throwing up for grabs. Christian Cross sees it's coming too high, no need to come in there. There's 4 guys around him, and it was a touchdown the moment he'd caught it. There was no way anybody was going to get to the corner. Throwing across your body, across the field, into what was essentially quadruple coverage. There were 4 guys in the area.
Did we forget to mention that freshman Christian Cross with 4 interceptions on the season.
4 interceptions in his first 5 games of collegiate football. Well, 4 interceptions in his first 4 games in 2 minutes of collegiate football. And SAGU opens up a 14-0 lead, by far their best start of the season against any program. And when you're going against an offense like this, that's a great thing. We talk about establishing the run too early on. Well, now Ottawa-Arizona's in a situation where you're already down 14-0. You have to start almost rethinking everything. Great job on defense there too. Ottawa's showing you a lot of different looks. They got 2 men down, they got 1 up top, 2 men in the backfield. SAGU wasn't fazed by that interesting setup at all. 2 straight plays for a loss and interception. I'll go ahead and give that first drive an A for the SAGU defense.
A+ even? TH's kick is going to be fielded this time about the 8-yard line, and now full steam ahead, and this is where he is dangerous. He's going to bring it past the 35, and there we see again the dangerous return man, Shamar Moreland.
And that's Cedric Dale who finally gets him around the ankles and pulls him down up at the 36-yard line. So if you're looking for a quick turnaround, Ottawa now has a chance to do it. You've made your big mistakes coming out. Now you got pretty good field position here, as you see. Yeah, just good job of getting a hold of him. Probably going to go down anyways, but no need to let him try to pull a move.
Back to pass is McCullough swinging it out to the flat, and he's got room up ahead, and he has got a lot of green in front of him. He's going to take it past the 30 and finally brought down past the 25. Cedric Dale making the open field tackle, but
just a great swing route right there. You let the defensive lineman in. Wide open territory. The receivers are blocking downfield already. Big play for Ottawa. We're marking them down.
Steps up in the pocket and completes the pass. Oh, he does not. Is knocked loose. It looked like he had it brought in, but it was broken up by Christian Cross. Pretty good ball there by McCullough. Stepped up in the pocket.
Threw it to a wide open man over the middle. Just all credit to Christian Cross coming in and jarring that ball loose. It was a well-run route, and if Christian Cross isn't there quickly enough, that's probably a touchdown. Instead, he jars it loose and it's 2nd and 10.
Here's McCullough. He's going to hand it off up the middle, and he's met after a gain of about 4. Let's call it 5. Good carry there by Marcellus Chester-Riley. They're going to call it 4. 3rd and 6 now coming up.
Marco Matthews does a good job of knocking him off his feet. There was a big gaping hole there, but you don't allow too much damage. You bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down is one of our keys in pregame. So far, SAGU's winning 1-0 with a pick 6. Let's see what they can handle here. And this is probably 4-down territory. Ottawa-Arizona is not exactly going to be a kicking team from this spot.
3rd and 6. Here's McCullough, and the snap goes over his head. It's picked up by Chester Riley, and he's going to have a little room to run. He's going to get past one man and ultimately gain 1 yard. Pretty good effort there to gain a yard.
That is a huge effort because you're about to blow up everything. If you get brought down in the backfield for a loss of 5 or 6, you're looking at a 4th and 12. Instead, he does just enough to keep them in field goal range potentially or set up 4th down. Looks like they are going to attempt a field goal here. Yeah, just a bad snap, but yeah, great job of recovering. Gets around the corner, but good play here. The tackle made by number 99, Keandre Belcher. Yep. Great job to get on that play.
John Williams, the kick is up. It has enough leg, and it is good right down the middle. So there you see, we talked about Ottawa not attempting field goals, but he come out and they get a good one there.
And again, that all credit it gets to go to Marcellus Chester Riley right there. Being able to recover and get that 1 yard. If you don't get that yard, you get thrown back for a loss, then you're stuck. No way you're trying to field goal from the 32-yard line. Nope. You don't even know if you're going to be able to go for it then. Probably just throwing up a ball for grabs. But again, great play by Keandre Belcher. That's a defensive tackle out on an island, facing a running back. Just does a good job of lowering his shoulder, getting him off his feet. Otherwise, that could have gone for a first down. Instead, Ottawa does respond after the disastrous start, goes down the field, and gets 3 points. So
how important is it to get those 3 points after going down 14-0?
Huge, because now you're telling yourself, all right, we gave up one big play on defense, we threw up a ball for grabs, we made a big mistake. We've got on the scoreboard now. Let's get out there. Let's reestablish our game plan. Let's play this game straight up from here on out. If you end up getting no points on that drive, if you get thrown for a loss there, forced to go for it on 4th and don't get it, you're really demoralized. Now you just have something to show for it. You would have loved 7, especially after that big play to start the drive, but you'll definitely take any points you can get at this point to just try to settle your team down.
And McCullough bouncing back after the interception as the ball is pooched up again. It's going to be taken by Dale at the 20. He's going to turn it upfield, cut it up the middle, gets it past the 40, driving past the 45. And the Lions are going to have good field position starting from the 46. But going back to McCullough, after throwing that pick 6 on the first drive, he looked pretty good.
Comes back with a great swing route, and then in the pass over the middle, that if it's not for the great play of Christian Cross, that's going to be a catch at around the 10-yard line. If Christian Cross is not there to make the hit, he might walk in for a touchdown. So a great pass there. Obviously, you don't really get your 3rd down opportunity. The ball gets snapped over your head. This is a great return here. You drop these pooch kicks to try to keep the team from making a return like this. Great blocking by SAGU. Get the ball to the 46-yard line.
Cedric Dale doing a good job of keeping his feet low. Collins, the quick swing or the quick pass out to Bryant Dotson. Dotson's going to get, we'll call it 4, maybe 5 on the quick screen play.
Pretty much the same thing we saw the first drive from SAGU. Come out with a quick play. This is how you're going to combat that great blitzing from Ottawa-Arizona. You get that little quick pass out there, pick up 4 or 5 yards. Again, just kind of stay ahead of the chains on offense.
Collins, the man in the backfield, takes a snap on 2nd and 5. He's going to hand it off to Bledsoe. Bledsoe around the end, spinning off the tackle and falling forward for the first down. Good run there by Michael Bledsoe.
They're facing a lot of different looks up front from Ottawa right now. It's almost like they switched between a 3-4 and a 4-3 on every individual play. They're running a lot of interesting packages. So far, the offensive line answering well, opening up holes, giving Collins enough time to get some passes out. So far, they are countering very much.
Collins with Bledsoe still in the backfield. To his right, he's going to fake the handoff. It's a fumble. Collins, can he fall on it? It looks like he did. And it looks like that was maybe a little bit of an option play for Collins, and it looks like he couldn't decide what to do with it.
Yeah, and credit Kenneth Steele Jr. He's going to get into the backfield so quickly that there's no time for this play to emerge. The ball is still in the process of being handed out as CJ's trying to decide whether to hand it off or keep it himself. Ball gets jarred loose, and great job by CJ of preventing a further disaster there. It does set up a 2nd and 18, though it is a loss of 8.
Best way to break up a read option is get in the face of everybody involved. Collins now, again, 2nd and 18. Going to fake the handoff, dump it out to Jeremy Carr, and he's going to get brought down. A good open field tackle there on the edge.
And he's got one guy trying to block 2 guys. It's not going to work off too often. And really, both guys shed through. Is probably going to be Aaron Mullins who gets credited with the final tackle there, but it brings up
Javon Hogan did a good job of initially forcing Carr into his move. 3rd and 13. The Lions face a 3rd and very long. We'll see if this Ottawa defense can hold up here. Collins going to keep Bledsoe in the backfield.
Interesting to see if we might see a little more of a heavy blitz package right here to get the ball out of his hands earlier if they felt like they got burned too much before.
They run a twist. Collins pumps, brings it down. Long pass north. He can't bring it in, but there is a flag at about the line of scrimmage, so we could see a holding call. And you would think in a situation like this it would be declined.
Typically it's going to be holding on the offense. We'll see here, but yeah, I imagine if it is on the offense, it will definitely be declined. Motion to the Ottawa sideline, and you do see a little, yeah, definitely. You see right there, Kenneth Steele is going to get held as he comes right up the middle and gets in CJ's face. So that's the pressure that Ottawa wants to bring.
Holding, number 61 of the offense. That penalty will be declined. 4th down.
And it looks like they get Dane Macklin for the hold.
And that's one of those situations, again, Steele comes right up the middle, probably splitting that A gap. And he's getting right in CJ's face, and you just got to do whatever you can to try to protect your quarterback because the blitz definitely works. So you see the blitz not work for them on the first drive, definitely works on the second drive and forces a SAGU punt after they do cross midfield.
Tyler Lightbody now into punt for the Lions. Takes the snap, the punt is up. It's a high punt. Fair catch called for, and then it bounces. It's going to settle just past the 20-yard line.
Good high punt and pin them inside the 20. That's always what you want to do as a punter. And so now Ottawa, now you're a little more comfortable. Your defense gets a stop. You're down 14-3. You're coming back on the field. Your game plan worked on that drive. The first drive, your game plan on defense didn't work at all. SAGU beat you on some quick passes, then beat you on a deep pass after they exploited the blitz. That drive, after a couple of little things, of course, SAGU started the drive at the 46-yard line, so they only really gained 10 yards. They only picked up one first down off of one good run. So you like
that's that's a defensive stand you need.
Yeah. When you're down 14-3, starting with the ball almost at midfield, great job by the Spirit defense.
Here's McCullough. He's going to hand it off up the middle, met by big number 99, Keandre Belcher. Another one of these freshmen on defense, a young core for this Lions defense.
And that's twice now that Belcher's gone one-on-one with a running back and one. That's just fighting through his man the whole way. He doesn't get in the backfield at all. He is just standing his ground, gives up maybe half a yard.
Joshua Vizcaya on the carry, a little bit of a different back than Marcellus Chester Riley. He's a little bit bigger. We'll see Riley make a lot of guys miss, but Vizcaya likes to run through people. Now the handoff this time. There's the dangerous return man, Shamar Moreland, on the carry, but he's brought down quickly.
Yeah, and again, that play is really brought through by Derek Shelby. Again, he comes around that left end, forces him to, he doesn't have time to do any cuts. That's what Shamar Moreland's going to be so good at, is cutting up the field. Instead, he's getting chased the whole way, so he can't think about it. He just has to go find the first hole he can, and there's Lions there to meet him. So great job by Shelby to force him out of that backfield.
Back to pass on third down as McCullough across the middle. His receiver stopped, was covered by Landon Jones, and the Lions, another third down stop against this Spirit team, and it's going to force a punt.
Spirit now 0 for 3 on third downs. You had the interception, you had the ball snapped over his head, and then a great job here, bringing a little pressure. Everybody's covered. There's nobody open. Yeah, you see maybe a receiver on your left in there starting to break open, but the ball had to get out before then because you had the pressure. You couldn't wait for him to get open.
And here we see the dangerous return man for the Lions, Sam Northey. He's already got that long 50-plus yard touchdown earlier in the game. He's back to return the kick. It's a low line drive punt. He's going to field it at about the 37. Northey makes a man miss. He's going to take it past the 40. He's going to get brought down just shy of the 50. Had a little room to work with, but again, the Lions with good field position.
Yeah, and that, it works in every way possible. You pin them deep on defense, and then Northey's going to field this punt right at the 38-yard line. Dips inside, good blocks. Great job to not draw the block in the back. That's Christian Cross there, just having himself a ball game. Not only what he's doing, but what he's not doing. Having the identification there. If you know what, I'm going to trust Northey to get around this guy. Don't put your hands on his back and draw that 10-yard penalty. So Christian Cross having a game.
Collins with Stephon Free in the backfield. He's going to hand it off. Free runs into a host of Spirit defenders, but he's going to keep the feet moving and get maybe an extra yard. We'll call it a gain of 3.
That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. You get met at the line of scrimmage, but instead of getting brought down for no gain, you churn forward, you pick up 3 yards, and that's, as long as you can keep a methodical offense going, 3-4 yards of play is exactly what you need.
Collins now 2nd and 7. Free still in the backfield. Collins takes a snap and hands it off to Free again. And again, free. Oh, there's a fumble on the play. Ottawa says they have it, and they do. Ottawa forcing the fumble from Stefan Free, and that is a huge stop, and they get the ball right almost about midfield, about the 45.
And that fumble is going to be caused by a defensive lineman. The linebackers were waiting back on that play for the run. It looks like getting blocked and turned around backwards. Trying to see who actually gets it there. That is number 97, Bush Tafono. He's turned around backwards,
just stuck
with his back to the right.
Yeah.
Left hand punches the ball out, and it's recovered.
McCullough back to pass, looking for that C route, and he finds it. Brought in by the receiver, Jeremiah Graylock, and he was covered that time by number 23, Marco Matthews, the linebacker, out on an island, and that's a matchup you're going to want every time.
And he does a great job just getting down to the bottom of your screen there, staying open, and picking up another big play.
McCullough again throwing it out, and this one is trapped. Incomplete pass, hits the ground first. He was looking for his man out wide, Brandon McLaughlin.
I believe it was Aaron Mullins on the fumble recovery, by the way. Didn't he get to, Ottawa moves fast. Even after a turnover, they move fast. Aaron Mullins did get the fumble recovery there, and that's a big one. You got the ball in your territory, forcing that fumble, and now here you are, 2nd and 10 at the Lions 33.
Here's McCullough, 2 men in the backfield. He's going to roll out to his right, get the offensive line moving. Got a man deep, and he drops it. That is a touchdown, and he can backpedal in if he wants, and it's dropped by Brandon McLaughlin on a blown coverage by the Lions secondary.
Just actually stands still. I don't know what the defender is thinking. He just stops and lays low, and McLaughlin, it hits him in the hands at the 3-yard line.
This game could very easily be 17-14 if 2 receivers do not drop passes from McCullough.
That's Gary Powell on defense. It looks like he was maybe trying to sit down on a pass, just misread the quarterback, stands completely still. Oh, what a game-changing play.
3rd down, they're going to hand it off to Moreland, and Moreland gets enough for the first, and then some. He's going to break a tackle and go all the way in for the touchdown. Shamar Moreland, interesting play call on 3rd down.
Drawing up a 3rd and 10 run. You got trips right out there, handing it off to your big play guy straight up the middle. He runs right through a gaping hole. The only guy that had a shot on was a linebacker, couldn't drag him down. Huge play by Ottawa there after the devastating. That's a great way to make you forget about that. That's about to be a game-changing play. Dropping a touchdown at the 3. Instead, it's immediately erased. All thanks to Shamar Moreland, one of our key players of the game, going 33 yards for the touchdown. Extra point is good. And yeah, that was just a simple spreading the field out, putting those 3 receivers out there, making the Lions spread out their entire defense so that if you can win that initial battle up front, get up the field. And you see the handoff here, gaping hole, goes inside, splits the 1 tackle, and then the only guy that had a shot at him then was Marco Matthews, and couldn't drag him down. 33-yard touchdown, another big play from Ottawa. They have 2 this quarter now.
Well, you failed at Ottawa. You failed 3 times so far to
After
start
the
the game.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 71 of the kicking team. 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the kickoff spot. We will kick off.
And that could be a big penalty because that could give SAGU a good field position, as they call the unsportsmanlike penalty.
And just look at that. Like I said, all you have to worry about now is DBs and linebackers. And if you're a running back like that, that's not too much of a challenge. Now, yeah, that will be big. It will give SAGU good field position, but all credit to the Spirit defense. SAGU has started with great field position the last 2 drives. They force a 3 and out, or they force one after 1 first down, they force a punt, then that turnover right there. That turnovers are so huge in a game like this. So SAGU, who led by 14, 2.5 minutes into this game, now Ottawa has done their job getting back into it with the field goal drive, and that's just the drive you needed right there. Again, that dropped pass at the 3 by McLaughlin. That's the kind of thing that's going to define a ball game. And then immediately Shamar Moreland takes it off the table.
They responded.
Forget that play. That play is now meaningless because of what Shamar Moreland just did. And now the Spirit just trailed by 4.
Do they try to pooch it here? If they pooch it, SAGU automatically gets the ball at the 40.
Maybe try to boom this one a little bit more.
And he is going to pooch it. Now coming up and bringing it in at about the 44, Sam Northey, and he cuts back across midfield and gets brought down. We'll call it the 41-yard line. That time they kicked it to Sam Northey, who was up a little bit.
I would try to keep on kicking it to the left side of the field. I wouldn't give it to Northey. Again, great job by the kick return unit by the Lions here, and all these pooch kicks. one of the strategies of that is you pooch it down and then you get your guys there in time, so it's only a 5-yard return. That's another 15, 20-yard return by the Lions there, this time from Northey. And the Lions, again, cooking with great field position. You've got to make this count at some point.
And coming out in an empty backfield. This is how they started the game, on a quick pass to Jeremy Carr. And Collins draws him off sides. He's got a free play. Got to try to take a shot deep downfield, but instead he elects to go low, down low to Stephon Free. And in a play like that where you draw them off sides, you like to see your receivers take off down the field.
Yeah, just go get something. And it looks like I don't know if the receivers.
Offside, number 95 of the defense. 5-yard penalty. It'll remain first down.
Again, it's hard to know when the receivers actually know that that's happened, and you never want to. Sometimes you've seen it before where everyone will just do their own thing, and the quarterback throws a pick, and then the refs wave it off. So you do have a free play, but you also keep in the back of your mind, okay, no need to do something reckless, especially with the ball at the 41, now the 36-yard line.
Collins fakes the handoff, gets it to the outside to Jeremy Carr. Carr hauls it in and dives, falls forward for a first down, rather, going to bring it up to the 30.
This is the good identification route. The 3 linebackers are staying right in the middle of the field. That shows the SAGU has done a pretty good job establishing the run early on, and then Carr just finds a nice little soft spot there, away from the soft side linebacker. Pick up the first down to the 30.
Collins fakes the handoff again, out to Northey. Northey makes a man miss. Beautiful move by Sam Northey. He's down the sideline, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
This is going to be a block in the back.
Torres Hill is going to get called for a block in the back.
So you'll get to keep some of the yards, but not all of them. And after such a nifty move by Northey picking up the first down, you hate to see a penalty like that.
And it's almost unnecessary, a penalty like that. Northey was doing most of the work himself. Almost didn't even need a block, but that little deflating for the Lions offense on a beautiful catch and run.
Illegal block in the back, number 11 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It will remain first down.
So they're going to say the foul was at the 15-yard line, so they mark it back to the 25. So it still goes down as a gain of 5. And watch this footwork by Northey. You can't stop that. You can't stop that. And then Torres Hill just doing a little bit too much. That's when you identify the guy's turned his back to me. It's Samuel Northey. You don't need to block for him almost.
First in the rare 6 for the Lions. Collins. He's going to fake the handoff, get it out to Carr. Carr gets run into, trying to throw a stiff arm. Carr bouncing off everybody, and this is not what you want to see. And Carr finally gets brought down. C.J. Collins even trying to throw a block, and a late flag comes out towards the Lions sideline.
And this is all David Jones Jr., the cornerback. He has blocked the whole way, but he kept in his spot. He's fighting through the block, never gave Carr the room to get around him so that everybody could show up. And that's one of those times as Carr, you got to just kind of know to dive forward, take the loss of 2 or 3. Instead, you double back. It's going to be a big loss, and we'll see what this penalty is.
I'm interested here.
Sideline interference, contact with an official during the play, 15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. It'll be second down.
And that is against the Lions, and that is a killer penalty, as they're going to get brought back well past the 50-yard line.
You probably got guys getting forward, trying to yell to Carr to do something. They get a little bit too close. That's when you got to have that, say, get back, coach. Well, now it's 2nd and 35. So after you get down to the 15-yard line on a Sam Northey pass, you get a block in the back penalty, then a huge loss, and then a 15-yard penalty at the end of the huge loss. You're back at the 45, your own 45-yard line now.
Collins is just going to hand it off to Bledsoe, and he's going to try to get as many as he can. He gets, let's call it about 5, brings it to the 50, going to make it 3rd and 30. Here for the Lions. Now, Tim, we talked pregame. The Lions still one of the most undisciplined teams in the nation, and here we see it's killing them on this drive.
They struggle with penalties. They struggled all last year. They've struggled a little bit this year, and yeah, you got 25 yards of penalties on this drive now that have you at a 3rd and 30 at your own 50 when it looked like you were about to go in for a score.
Collins, man to his left. He's going to fake the handoff, step back and pass. Gets it out to his man Blaine Rowe. He gets brought down, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, and SAGU looks like they're going to punt, so they could pin Ottawa back deep here, play a little bit of the field position battle.
Yeah, it looks like they're just trying to get to Blaine Rowe underneath, hope to make something happen. Ottawa's keeping their men back. here's the thing, though. SAGU's been winning the field position battle the whole first quarter. You started this drive in Ottawa territory. You started your previous 2 drives at the 45 and 49. No points to show for it. After the first drive worked so well, the Spirit defense has showed up.
Here is the punt. It's going to be fielded at about the 14, and here comes Moreland. Moreland's got some room, runs into his own man, and that's going to prevent him from doing any further damage. And just when we think the Lions are trying to play the field position game, Shamar Moreland takes it into his own hands.
Yeah, he's going to run into Dawson Barrett there, I believe, and if he doesn't do that, he might be gone. We talked about in pregame, and for a good reason. Moreland picks it up at the 14. Just spreads around. You see some Lions slipping, cuts over the middle, and yeah, if his guy's not in the way there, he's going to hit that right corner, go to the sideline, and he might be gone. As it is, though, big field position switch. Ottawa gets the ball 38-yard line, and after a disastrous first 2.5 minutes, they have all the momentum down 14.
Here's McCullough, 2 men in the backfield. He's going to roll out to his left, throwing it deep, and not into double coverage that time. It looked like Cedric Dale and Christian Cross in coverage, and he was looking for his man. It looked like he was looking for Brandon Jones.
And that's just a good job by the defensive backs there, kind of reading what's going on. You see that he's rolling out. That pretty much eliminates almost any other receiver. So they crash down on top of him. Don't let him get down the field too fast. Force a big incompletion on first down.
Correction, Timothy Robinson was the intended receiver. Now McCullough, 3 out wide to his left, 1 man in the backfield. Takes the snap, he's back to pass. He's got a man in the flat. They had a big play like this earlier. Marco Matthews can't get the tackle, and then down the sideline and out of bounds for a first down, Marcellus Chester Riley.
This is just easy pickings. They spread the field again, 3 men down low, 1 man up top. As soon as the ball snaps, he's wide open. There's nobody on him. The linebacker's too far back to make a quick play. Then it's just up to the running back to make one move, pick up another big play down into SAGU territory now on 2nd and 10. Great awareness by McCullough just to get that snap, look immediately and go, this is going to work. Worst case, he gains 3 yards. Best case, it's 20.
McCullough back to pass is going to be a screen. He's got some blockers, and up ahead past the first down marker. That time was he found his man, number 21, Christopher Ewins, for the first down.
They are using the full running back complement right now, too. And again, yeah, you just drop the pass underneath. You got 2 guys blocking downfield. Got to be careful that you don't get called for legal man downfield in that situation, but you get the ball out fast enough that it doesn't happen. Another first down to the SAGU 39-yard line.
And Ottawa is driving. McCullough hands it off. Chester Riley gets met at the line of scrimmage and brought down for no gain. And SAGU needed to stop there. They got one.
And good job fighting over there.
Derek Shelby again.
Yep, Shelby has had a good game at the line so far. He had a sack early on. He's forced some good pressures on the running back, and he comes right through the hold there, seals the gap. No gain on first down.
Here's McCullough, 2nd and 10. Chester Riley in the backfield. Quick pass out to the left. Got blockers in front of him, but he's going to be met by Christian Cross. He found his man, number 80, Antonio Day.
There is a flag on the play here. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. This is probably offensive pass interference. I believe the wide receiver started blocking too soon. We'll wait on the official call, obviously. No, they are looking towards the Ottawa sideline.
Conversation being had by the officials.
Holding, number 85 of the offense, 10-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
They're going to get Timothy Robinson with the hold. And they were holding those blocks for quite a while.
Yeah, and it's not pass interference. They do hit at the right time, and yeah, it just kind of gets a hold. Yep, good job. And it's a good job by number 31, Cedric Dale, kind of getting away from him, forcing the hold. If you keep on trying to fight through, he's doing a good job. As soon as you turn, then the jersey gets pulled. So it's a 10-yard penalty, sets up a 2nd and 15 now.
Here's McCullough, back to pass. Good pocket going down the middle. He's got his man Robinson, and he's down. They're going to call it a first down, and they will. Gets just enough on 2nd and 15. to get that first down and keep the chains moving.
And that's pretty much the same route they almost pulled off a touchdown in the first drive. This time there's more guys in the middle of the field. There's not really a whole lot of room to operate there, but a great pass by McCullough right over the middle, and they keep the drive moving down to the 29.
There's McCullough swinging it out to his right, stepping up, making the tackle. Malik Golden, Bryce Bailey rather. First time been able to call his name today.
And this is going to the well too many times. Bryce Bailey saw the play developing. He said, they're going to run another screen on me, aren't they? He ducks right under the wide receiver, does not get blocked, throws him for a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 as we're under a minute to play here in the first quarter.
2nd and 13, McCullough, 3 men to his left. He's going to step back and pass. Dump it down low to Chester Riley, and he's going to make a couple men miss, and he's going to get another first down. Marcellus Chester Riley, so elusive and hard to bring down in the open field.
Yeah, right now the Lions are just asking too much from their linebackers and DBs going one-on-one. It is going to be just short of the first down.
Short. It looked like he got there, but they're going to call it 3rd and a very, very short one. McCullough in the backfield now with him is Chester Riley. Takes the snap, he's going to hand it off. And excuse me, that is the dangerous return man, Moreland. Shamar Moreland spins and gets a first down. That's going to do it for the first quarter.
That concludes the first quarter.
The teams are going to switch sides and go the other direction, but with Ottawa driving.
This so far as advertised. Look at a football score update from around the SAGU Athletic Conference. Arizona Christian leading Texas College 28-21. Texas College hanging with the Firestorm at home. But yeah, so far, I mean, as advertised, McCullough doing everything he can. Kenneth Steele bringing blitzes. Shamar Moreland with the big plays. SAGU's offense comes out firing early, but you get 3 straight drives with excellent field position. You can't cash in on any of them. One because the drive just peters out, one because of a turnover, one because of penalties. So you know this offense just feels like they're shooting themselves in the foot right now. As for Ottawa, after a disastrous first 2.5 minutes, it has been all them since then. They put together 2 good scoring drives. The defense has been locking down with turnovers and just shutting down the SAGU offense. And now, like you said, they are down to the 12-yard line as they start the second quarter here. Just down 4 points, looking to take the lead.
And Austin McCullough, again, we mentioned it, the first drive for the Spirit resulted in a pick 6 for the Lions, but he has looked very, very good bouncing back from that interception. Has had a couple drop balls. One resulted in a field goal. The other one, the next play ended up as a touchdown anyway. But Austin McCullough, it looks like he's not letting that interception, that pick 6, get to him, and he's come out here firing.
The way they've shaked off that first drive after getting thrown for a loss of 1, sacked, and a pick 6 on 3rd down has been amazing. They've been almost nothing but positive since then. No sacks, a couple of losses of 1 and 2 here, but they've always come back.
Here's McCullough. He's going to hand it off to Chester Riley, and he gets brought down again by big number 99, Keandre Belcher.
Even with the way that Ottawa's been driving, a couple of big defensive players so far, Shelby and Belcher have been winning the battles at the line, throws them for a loss of 1. And this is some big moments right here for the SAGU defense. If you can force a field goal, keep the lead, and try to just stem some of this momentum, this is a big stand at the moment.
McCullough, screen pass down low. He's got some blockers and room to run. Gets ripped down, but a fumble on the play. And the Lions say they have it. Waiting for a confirmation, and they do. The SAGU Lions defense comes up with a huge stop in the red zone.
As a receiver, just trying to do a little bit too much. He gets the little underneath route. He's trying to cut in. He's trying to make something big happen. And we'll try to see here who actually was able to force the ball loose and who recovered it.
Brandon McLaughlin did fumble the ball, and we saw him earlier drop a wide open pass for a touchdown. So a rough go about it here for McLaughlin, on a couple of back-to-back Ottawa possessions.
You see here, yeah, just drops it underneath. He's got good blockers up top. He's breaking a tackle here, and it is going to be...
It looks like Cedric Dale may have forced it on the way down.
Or actually, I think it was Marco Matthews is the one who's pulling him down. It's hard to tell exactly who forced the ball out, but the Lions do recover, and talking about that defensive stand, they make it. No points for Ottawa.
Collins with his back to the end zone. The ball gets tipped He was looking for Sam Northey out in the flat. Northey had some room to run if that ball could have gotten there, but a good job by a defensive lineman to get his hands up.
Yeah, bringing that pressure from the outside, and it's going to be number 43.
Santiago Medina.
Santiago Medina, a linebacker. Again, they've run a semi 4-3, but it's with linebackers on the line.
Here's Free looking for room to the outside, and a great tackle there in the open field by Rylan Canupio, making that stop.
And now if you're the Lions, you are in jeopardy. You get a ball tipped there, you try to stretch it out, you can't. You're looking at the ball at your own 2-yard line. You love what your defense just did, but if you end up giving the ball right back to Ottawa at 30 or something, you may just be delaying the inevitable. Getting the call in, and you got to be careful here, but you really want to pick up first down. You got a man all alone at the top of your screen. I wonder if that's where they're thinking.
3rd and 12, Collins in the end zone. He's going to take a shot, looking for Bryant Dotson, but it gets broken up out on the outside. Great play, one-on-one coverage on an island by Javon Hogan.
Yeah, Javon Hogan knew he was one-on-one, and he knew that with that setup, the ball's probably coming to him. Gets in there, quickly breaks the pass up, and now the Lions will be punting from their own 2-yard line. The offense unable to get anything going after the huge defensive turnover, and they don't even keep the ball for that long. So not exactly what you want to see. Huge for the defense to make that move. And at the moment, Ottawa's showing some pressure. Maybe going to try to bring some heavy pressure on the punter. The Lions have 3 men there to defend.
His heels on the back line. He's going to get the punt off. It's a high one. Decent punt, but here comes Moreland about the 45. He's going to make a man miss up the middle. He is so dangerous. Spins and gets taken down. We'll call it the 24, maybe 20, or we're going to call it the 26-yard line, rather.
You just hold your breath when he gets the ball, and every single return so far, he's shown something. He is able to pick up something, and right there picks up another 15 yards or so. Let's see where he actually gets to field it here. He's going to pull it in at right about the 46-yard line. So, yeah, a gain of just under 20 yards. Right, 19 down to the 27.
Not a bad punt, though.
Not a bad punt. It's where you want to put it. If you could have got there and wrapped him up, it wouldn't have been bad. But it's going to be around a 56-yard punt, but a 20-yard return sets up good field position.
Here's McCullough back to pass. Pressure gets there, but he ends up completing the pass down the sidelines and out of bounds. Ray Springer, good job by McCullough facing the pressure, getting the ball out.
For a second, that looks like it's about to be a sack, and it's Shelby hitting him just as he gets rid of it. And the defense had just got pulled off their mark a little bit. If they'd have stayed on their mark, he probably can't get that pass off. It's probably going to be a sack. Instead, completes it down, and it's 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Flags come out. Looks like it's going to be a false start against Ottawa.
False start. Number 74 of the offense. 5-yard penalty remains 1st down.
So the SAGU defense will get a little bit of room to work with now. Backs aren't quite as up against the wall, but after what they just did, you hate being right back in this situation after you make the big turnover, being forced right back into 1st and goal situation.
1st and 15. Rolling out to his left is McCullough. Looking out in the flat, he finds his man. And the tackle is made by a host of Lions. He got it out to Jeremiah Graylock. And it's going to bring up 2nd, and we'll call it 11.
And they just run a lot of routes out there. They got the underneath man, they got the middle man, they got the guy going long. There's just too much to really kind of cover in that situation. You're going to get an open guy more than likely.
Mark that 2nd and 6, rather, as they get it past the 10-yard line. Here is McCullough, 2 men in the backfield. Slowing down the pace a little bit is Ottawa once they get inside the red zone.
I mean, you turned it over last time you're down here, so think it through, make sure you're doing the right thing, and try to take this lead.
McCullough back to pass. He's going to throw the fade in the corner of the end zone. Brings it in. Is it good? It is. That is a touchdown targeting Christian Cross, finding his man, number 13, Rami Roundtree. And that is going to give Ottawa the lead, and a well-placed ball there by Austin McCullough.
Nothing Christian Cross could do. He had good coverage, forcing the guy into. He made him have to throw a perfect pass. It was a perfect fade right to the corner, and it did look like he had that 1 foot in bounds that you need to get the touchdown. Extra point is good, and Ottawa has taken their first lead of the game. A little over 15 minutes of game time after they lost the first 14 points of the game.
17 straight.
Let's watch the replay here as he fighting all the way down, just drops it in perfectly, puts it in. That looked like, it's going to be tough, but it looks like his foot might be on the line. It looks like his toe might have hit the line. Gotta look at
that right. That right foot was in bounds before it looked. It's close.
It's close. It's hard to tell if that right foot was off the ground, because it definitely looks like the left foot touches the line. If the right foot is unable to be there. So let's see another replay.
We're gonna get a good look at it here. We can't see. Oh wait.
Here we go. Right foot is down. And that's on the line, so you can't see the ball in that situation. You can't see the ball to know if he had possession when the right foot was still in bounds. If not, well, Ottawa may have just got a little bit of a lucky break there, but they do get the touchdown, finish off the quick 27-yard scoring drive.
Cedric Dale, the up man, again, gets his chance at a kick return here. He makes a man miss. Couple of flags come in. And we'll see, this is most likely going to go against the Lions. We'll wait and see what the call is here, but a good return there by Cedric Dale. It may be all for naught, as it might be coming back.
Yeah, kick returning has not been the problem for the Lions today at all. They have done a good job of picking up those extra yards, setting up their offense with great field position. Unfortunately, the offense has been unable to cash in. And really, the first drive was when they started with their worst field position, and they just made things happen quickly. They exploited this Ottawa defense. Ever since then, it's been the Lions unable to get out of their own way. Penalties, turnovers.
During the return, holding number 87 of the return team, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It will be first down. Also during the play, sideline warning on Ottawa Phoenix. That will be their first and only sideline warning.
So a couple of Lions pick up a sideline penalty on one of their offensive drives, and there Ottawa gets called for a little bit of sideline warning as well. So
Daniel Costas gets called for the holding penalty on the return. So the Lions are going to take it about the 25-yard line. We'll see what they do here. Collins in the shotgun. Going to fake the handoff and go out wide. Looks like Bryant Dotson brings it in. Be a quick pass and completion. About second and 3 now after the gain of about 7.
And Ottawa's starting to read what they're doing better. David Jones was all over him. Now you do get the completion. That's what matters. You pick up those yards that you need, but unable to break free at all. They're doing a good job of wrapping guys up as soon as they get the ball.
Collins fakes a handoff again, going out to Blaine Rowe. Rowe cannot bring it in. He had it, but the hit jarred it loose. That's going to bring up third down.
Javon Hogan, he was the guy that forced the third down incompletion on the last drive, and right there he just rocks Blaine Rowe. Was going to be a first down otherwise, so that's twice on the last 2 drives that Hogan has broken up passes. It brings up a quick third down for the Lions, and it feels like SAGU needs this.
Collins in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Sidearm throw out to Jeremy Carr. Great tackle on the outside. David Jones Jr. making the open field tackle.
There is a flag, and again, that's all because of the immediate pressure. Kenneth Steele Jr. in the backfield immediately forces the pass before it was ready. It just totally seemed to be a breakdown. Now, there is a flag on the play.
It looks like it came out late, too.
It did come out late. It was coming out pretty late, so we'll see what the ruling is. SAGU's offense is staying on the field at the moment. It would bring up fourth down, barring the penalty. They are discussing it with Ottawa, so the indication would seem to be on the Lions. Still conferencing.
Long conversation here between the officials.
Yes. Personal foul. Illegal block below the waist, number 1 of the offense. Block back toward the ball, low. Penalty will be declined. Fourth down.
So even if you had converted it, it wouldn't have mattered. Another penalty. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that happens when you have a total defensive breakdown. Offensive line gets shredded. Those screens just aren't working for the Lions right now. Ottawa's being too quick. They are fighting through the blocks too well. Meanwhile, Ottawa's making them work on almost every single play. So the outside bubble screens just are not working for the Lions. 3 and out, and they'll be punting it away down 3.
Tyler Lightbody on to punt for the Lions. He brings it in at the 35. Can they make the tackle? They cannot. He makes a man miss. A huge block on the outside, and he takes it down the sideline just shy of the 40, it looks like. Huge return there by Shamar Moreland.
This is the Moreland show. Now, we're going to look over that controversial touchdown catch from just a moment ago. We're going to see a side-by-side view. We got to break it down for you here. We do think that they probably got this one right, though, before we put this in the book of, controversies.
I think you can see it here. The
right
ball
here,
is controlled,
catches it, and this foot is still going to be in bounds. Now, that looks like that other foot is going to touch the line, so there's touching the line, but just before it looks like the ball is going to be completely controlled, and it's going to be a catch. So, looks like the refs are able to call this one
control.
Just right.
Yeah, it looks like it's a touchdown.
Just barely in. So great catch. Take it off your controversy list. Meanwhile, SAGU's got bigger problems. Ball at the own 40.
Hands it off, and a huge hole up ahead, flipped over. But a great carry. Joshua Vizcaya is able to get the first down and then some. And this Ottawa offense, Tim, they're marching.
They are unstoppable at the moment. The only thing that stopped them has been an awkward fumble at the 5. They have been putting it all together. Gaping hole again to run right through, pick up a quick 14 yards. And yeah, they are moving.
McCullough back to pass. He's going to go deep. Got a man, but he cannot find him. Overthrown just a tad. In coverage there for SAGU was Bryce Bailey.
And Bailey's going to get beat a little bit there, but he does just enough to force the receiver Roundtree off his mark, so he can't get back in time. That looked like it might have been a touchdown for a second. McCullough puts it in the spot that he needs to. Bailey does just enough to keep the receiver from getting to that spot. Sets up a 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
McCullough going to hand it off to the outside. There is a flag that comes in. He hands it off to Vizcaya, but he's brought down for a loss of, we're going to call it about 3.
That's going to be Shelby. He's going to come right up the middle and force a hold. So interesting situation for the Lions now. Do you take the loss of 3 and bring up 3rd and 13, or do you take the 10-yard penalty?
I'd take it. I'd take to make it 2nd and 20, but we'll see what Coach Smith does here.
So they are going to march it off. So yeah.
Holding number 73 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 2nd down.
Make it 2nd and 20.
Yeah, go ahead and take the yards, push it back. And then this is all on Shelby again. He's had a lot of plays that he's impacted in which he hasn't shown up on the stat sheet. This is another one right here where he's going to come right up the middle, just bring that little bit of a delayed blitz, find his gap, come up the middle, force the offensive lineman to hold him, and you move them back 10 yards because of that. So essentially you do show up on the stat sheet. It's a 10-yard loss. Now, he doesn't actually show up, but he's making an influence.
We could see Ottawa could catch SAGU in a substitution change here. They brought in 4 or 5 new guys. McCullough back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket. He's got a man deep, looking for him. Hits the helmet. Oh, and incomplete. Fortunate for the Lions.
And that's
take a look at this here.
Ethan Cook, he's gonna get the pass broken up, but he doesn't even know the pass is coming. It just is gonna dink right off his helmet. Great coverage though. I mean, he's stride by stride with the receiver to where his helmet was in the way. He didn't know the ball was coming, but he was in the right spot. When you're in the right spot, good things happen, and it brings up a 3rd and 20.
3rd and 20, like you said, McCullough in the shotgun. We've seen Ottawa have a couple of big plays in this game, so 3rd and 20 is not unrealistic. Here's McCullough, quick pass, incomplete, and no one there to potentially get the interception, but that's going to force a punt. It should force a punt here for Ottawa, and it does look like they are bringing on the punting unit.
Bryce Bailey with good coverage over the middle. Again, just not letting them get the ball. And again, it's good coverage to where if the receiver does catch it, you're probably bringing them down short, well short of the 1st down. Good coverage, ball gets tipped up. Big stand by the defense after you've given up 17 unanswered. Your offense punts the ball away yet again after 3 and out. Not going to look at the best field position here, but you do hold in your own end of the field. Force the punt from the 36.
The punt is on its way. It's a good one. It's going to go over the head. Will it hit the end zone? And he rolls into the end zone with the ball. It was a fantastic punt, and the opportunity was there to down it at the 1. But unfortunately for the Ottawa Spirit, roll into the end zone with the ball, resulting in a touchback.
You have to pursue fast. First guy's going to be able to tip it out, and the second guy just out of position to be able to get a hold of it. Otherwise,
great idea by Tyler Souza. He bats the ball out. And if the second guy didn't touch it, that ball's down at about the 3.
He really should have let it go ahead and pass. But he's trying to get that pin at the 1, and instead he's coming in too fast, coming in too hot, rolls under the end zone. SAGU will take it, though. That's a big 19-yard shift.
Collins now at the 20. Gets them to go off sides. No, they are going to throw the flag. He's taking a shot deep downfield, and nobody there, but SAGU's going to have a free 5 here. And smart play by Collins, and then Dotson to take off streaking down the field.
Offside, number 90 of the defense, 5-yard penalty remains, first down.
Yeah, CJ with some hard counts so far this game. That's the second time he draws them offsides. Just that time he does, just heave it deep, try for something big. Now, he probably should be looking at Northey. Northey was pretty wide open on the left side of your screen there, or the bottom side of your screen there. So I'd have been looking towards Northey in that situation, but either way, they pick up 5 on the first down.
First and 5, they get him offsides again. Collins this time looking for Northey. The ball's up there, and it's going to end up intercepted, but out of bounds. No catch, but that's going to result in a first down. Back-to-back offsides plays.
I mean, you don't usually see that.
Offside, number 95 of the defense, 5-yard penalty, yardage will be sufficient for a first down.
There you hear it, the yardage will be sufficient.
And this is a big strategy point right here, because now you've drawn them offsides twice, so now they have to start thinking about the hard count. They can't bring it as much. That's good awareness by Collins, because his last few drives, he's had guys in his face. They've been coming across that line so quick, so exploit that. Pick up 10 free yards, and now they have to start thinking about it. They can't bring that blitz as fast because they just gave a first down because of it.
Fakes the handoff out to Northey. Northey is met. Great tackle there by Maury DeBerry on Sam Northey, who again, Sam Northey is dangerous in the open field.
Yeah, he does a good job of getting to him before he has a chance to turn around, just drills him right in the side, takes him down for just a gain of 2 yards. Yeah, you don't want to let Northey find his feet and get a move around you. Ottawa winning those one-on-one matchups out there. Again, the bubble screens, the wheel routes just aren't clicking for SAGU right now. Ottawa too good in coverage.
Collins, 2nd and 8, swings it out to Northey. Northey makes a man miss, and he's going to get brought down after a gain of 1.
Another play where he gets a little bit alone, but credit the first man on him. He forces him inside. He forces him back into the traffic. If Northey's able to get outside, then he's running towards the sideline for a first down. Instead, he changes where he has to go, forces him to go inside to dodge the tackle, and you've just got a whole horde of defensive linemen and linebackers there waiting for him. So it's only a gain of 1, brings up 3rd and 6.
Here is Collins, third medium here. Fakes a handoff, back to pass, deep drop, pump fakes down the middle. It's got Jeremy Carr wide open. Carr gets brought down at the 35, and CJ Collins puts that one right on the money. And there we see the pump fake could draw in the aggressiveness of that secondary for the Spirit, allowing Carr to be wide open.
You had a great block in the backfield, too, that stopped a blitzer. Pump fake, frees the defense just enough. That's a great way to exploit what you had done earlier in the stride.
Collins hands it off, and he's met at the line. Michael Bledsoe not finding any running room there.
And I think that's Carr also. You're losing all these battles to the corner, so I think that's Carr identifying. Yeah, you see here, a little pump fake, throws it right over the middle. Carr has found that soft spot in the defense, does a good job picking up some yards after the catch before Holcomb comes across and brings him down. Loss of 1 on first down, though.
Stephon Free on the carry. Bledsoe checks into the game. Collins fakes a handoff down the sideline, nearly picked off. Was looking for Torres Hill and breaking on the ball. Deshaun Holcomb does a good job of breaking that pass up.
Yeah, it's a pass breakup at first, but I mean, the Lions are lucky he didn't intercept that. If he does, he's got the corner, he's got the sideline, he might be gone. Instead, it is just an incomplete pass. It brings up a 3rd and 11 at the 34. Need to at least get a couple of yards here for a field goal opportunity.
Here's Collins. 2 on either side. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Bledsoe. He's back to pass, has time. Jeremy Carr wide open down the middle of the field. End zone touchdown for the SAGU Lions. And Tim, That felt like forever since they were able to find the end zone. Huge score.
I mean, it's been since the first minute of the game, and it's almost the exact same route. Pump fake. He gets time to throw, and right there, Jeremy Crowd running the exact same route. I think they ran it the last time. They'd run 2 plays in a row, and they're thinking, hey, let's try it again. They didn't follow it. Like, you have the little pump fake. You get time to throw. Good things happen.
It's a long humung. TH on for the extra point to make it 21-17. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Lions take the lead back on a very impressive drive. C.J. Collins looked very good, albeit those receivers are wide open, but he hit the throws he needed to make. And SAGU, again, takes the lead, 21-17.
And again, he's the reason that those guys are open. He's running the pump fakes. He's staying calm in the pocket. Don't forget the offsides at the start of the drive. You pick up 10 free yards on 2 consecutive offsides, and that makes the Spirit have to start thinking about the way they're playing defense. And because of that, he picks up extra time to throw. On both throws, he had extra time to throw because Ottawa can't bring it as much anymore. Yeah, that was a 21.5-minute break between the offensive touchdowns for these Lions. You know, they scored 14:01 on the clock when they scored their first touchdown, 7:31 on the clock now when they finally scored their second. Of course, a defensive touchdown. Big drive, 80 yards after you give up 17 consecutive points to retake the lead, reestablish your offense as what you want to do. Exactly what this team needed.
TH on to kick. We'll see if they try to keep it away from Shamar Moreland. He's been phenomenal today returning kicks.
You know, the ball only gets up to the 35-yard line when it goes out of bounds these days. I might kick it out of bounds before I kick it to Shamar.
It might not be a bad choice. They do kick it away from Moreland, but still a great return for Ottawa. Gets pushed out of bounds. They're going to call it about the 46.
It just feels like a matter of time before somebody scores a special teams touchdown today. I'm just saying it right now. It just feels like a matter. Every kick and punt return is going for 20-plus yards. That one goes for nearly 40 up to the 45-yard line. Yeah, just good job of sealing. You don't usually see these come just down the sideline. You usually have some weaving. They block the sideline so well, and it's finally going to be Eric Berry who's able to force them out at the 46-yard line. But after the 80-yard touchdown drive, Ottawa gets a short field.
McCullough is going to hand it off to his back, Chester Riley. He's brought down after a gain of 4.
Chester Riley on the run.
And Tim, you're right. Kick it out of bounds. They only get it to the 35.
I don't know why. I don't think any kickoff has resulted in better field position for either team than the 35 so far.
Anything shy of a penalty, at least.
Yeah, just kick it straight out of bounds. I mean, that sounds like a weird strategy, but at this point, I would. Both teams.
McCullough back to pass. Goes toward the sideline. Overthrown. Was looking for his man out wide, Ronnie Martin.
It looks like Martin's going to cut in just a little bit too soon. The pass is a little bit too high. Cedric Dale, for a moment, thought he might have had a chance at the interception. It's going to bring up a quick third down. And Derek Shelby, again, a little bit of pressure. Maybe that pressure from the right side forces the ball a little bit high. So we keep on calling his name, not for anything he's done, but what he's influencing at the moment.
3rd and 7. McCullough looks to the sideline, switching things up a little bit here. He's got 4 wide and a man in the backfield. McCullough takes the snap. SAGU brings 3, drop 8. Completes the screen underneath. Can they get the stop? They do. He's shy of the first down. It's going to be about 4th and 2. Great tackle there at midfield.
Torrey Williams saves a first down here. You've got blockers up there. He cuts right underneath one. Takes them around the ankles. They are going to go for it, though. 4th and 2, and Ottawa is keeping their offense on the field. And why wouldn't you? They're going to do some substitutions. So SAGU brings in a little bit different package.
A heavy package.
Yeah, they are bringing in a heavy package.
As does Ottawa. They bring in 2 tight ends, maybe an extra lineman. A little confusion. They bring in the bigger back. Actually, this is Shamar Moreland. He's picked up a couple of crucial 3rd and 4th downs this game, and he gets met at the line. It looks like the Lions have stopped Ottawa on 4th and 2.
And it's going to be a fumble. Moreland is actually going to kind of shovel the ball forward after he's stuffed at for a gain of 1. So the heavy package comes in and does their job. Does not allow a hold. You're looking at a great playmaker right there. And yeah, I believe Moreland, either intentionally or unintentionally, he's going to get met right there just short. He's going to turn around and, yeah, leaning forward, tries to get the ball forward and cannot.
That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions, and that is a big stop after coming off their own touchdown. They've got a chance here late here in the second quarter to go down and get another score.
That would be huge, especially since Ottawa starts the second half with the ball.
Looks like they're bringing pressure, and they do. He's going to fake the handoff rather and get swallowed up for a sack. Untouched.
You can't give Kenneth Steele Jr. that much time. He was free to start out, and CJ's running away from him, but you cannot allow that much time to pass. Yeah, Steele comes untouched, and CJ needs to get rid of the ball there. He doesn't feel the pressure coming.
Makes it 2nd and 19, and that is a big sack for Ottawa.
9.5 on the season now for Steele.
Lighten up the stat sheet. He's incredible. Collins takes the snap, fakes a handoff. He's going to throw it across the middle. What a catch by Blaine Rowe! He points for the first down, but
he
he's
didn't
not
get
even
it,
close.
but he earned it. He earned it. He is up in the air, getting flipped around. No idea how he makes this catch and holds on to it. Yeah, not even 9 yards shy of the first down, but we'll give him the point. You earned the point after that.
Third and 8 for the Lions. Still have to convert it. That's a great catch, but they got to convert this 3rd down.
Makes it a makeable 3rd down at least.
Collins rolling out to his right. He finds Northey, and Northey has enough for the 1st down. And that's a big conversion for the Lions after the sack on 1st.
And nobody but Carr is getting wide open. Everybody else is getting hit immediately. But what started on that last drive, even though only picking up 4 or 5 at a time, they're hanging on to the ball. After a couple balls are getting jarred loose, they're hanging on. Big 3rd down conversion.
Collins fakes the handoff, swings it out to Rowe. Rowe can't make a man miss, gets spun down. That's a gain of, we're going to call it 2, maybe.
And DeBerry again. Facing one-on-one, and Blaine Rowe's not really going to be the kind of guy to make you miss out there. That needs to be more of a Sam Northey figure. SAGU, these screens just are not working for them. And you get a couple of yards. You see the replay here of the great catch. And hanging on to that ball, too. That could have been so easily could have come loose, and nobody would have blamed you for it. But it wasn't a 1st down, but it set up the 1st down.
Collins on 2nd and 8 swings it out to Northey. Northey in open field is going to get brought down. He fights for some yards. They're going to give him
the ball to 35, so it's going to set up a
3rd and 1. Yep.
Yeah, so Northey here, gets it to the 41. And just going to fight for it enough. Good job by the defender to wrap him up, not let him get free, but even better job by Northey of fighting for that extra yardage.
3rd and 1. Collins, looks like they're bringing some pressure here. They got the box stacked. He's going to fake the handoff, roll out, going deep. Dotson cannot bring it in. And you got to question 3rd and 1, and you take a shot downfield like that.
Well, I think that play was drawn up with the understanding that a 4th down play was coming up. Nobody's even moved. You do the rollout here. You're hoping to get Carr open underneath. He's not there, so he tries deep. Unable to pull it in is Dotson.
Did they run the ball here, Tim? They haven't run the ball in a while.
I think that's the thing. You ran that play knowing you're about to go to a 4th down. A lot of spread here. I think a run's coming in the pistol formation.
Tries to get him offside. Good job by Ottawa.
Smart move.
Good job by Ottawa to not jump. Here's Collins now. Takes it, fakes the handoff out to Northey. He catches it. That's going to be a SAGU 1st down.
And that's some double, triple mind games. You do the spread, so the defense thinks they're spreading it so they can run it. So the defense has to focus a little bit on the run, stay a little bit off the receiver, and instead you just do a quick little hitch to Sam Northey. Great job to convert the 4th and 1 down to the 31-yard line. Big play.
Here's Collins now.
Interesting formation here. Yeah, everybody's bunched together.
Collins hands it off. Bledsoe. He cuts back, and he's going to fight for about 1 yard. Or maybe no gain, they're going to call it. Looks like he was looking for that outer edge, and it was just blown up, so he cuts back and turns it into ultimately no gain.
Yeah, that didn't work like you wanted it to. You run that bunch formation, hoping to get kind of a rotation and seal off your corners. Instead, Ottawa just too fast around the corner, doesn't let you get that push, and instead you end up settling for no gain.
Collins snap rolls. He's going to pick it up, throw it out wide to Rowe, and Rowe can't complete the cannot haul in the completion. And that play was just busted from the beginning as the snap was dribbled.
Just a good job by Collins not to let a disaster emerge. And let me tell you right now, DeBerry versus Rowe is all DeBerry. He is winning every battle against Rowe.
Here's Collins now on 3rd and 10. Four wide for Collins. Brings up Bledsoe to his right, fakes the handoff.
Touchdown.
He's got Northey wide open, and Northey gets his second touchdown of the game. Make that 5 on the season now for Sam Northey. And Tim,
it's feast or famine right now. There's nobody open, and then just a great job, Northey. And it looks like Blaine Rowe is going to cut down low here, seal low, and that's going to let Northey get open. You got a route coming over the middle. Just a great route tree, an overall great route tree, and the second wide open touchdown in the last 5 minutes for the Lions.
And there's absolutely no safety help in the back. There's none at all. Talong TH to come on for the extra point, puts it up, and it is good. 28-17.
It's been a game of runs. 14 points for the Lions, 17 for the Spirit, and then 14 more for the Lions. Yeah, you say no safety help, and that is because of a great route tree. Blaine Rowe lays down low. You've been targeting him. You got a man coming up underneath, so the safety has to acknowledge him. It's a 3rd and 10, so you really have to think about just making the conversion, and because of that, Sam Northey's able to just cut up the field, wide open, nobody near him, and then Collins drops in a dime. All 3 touchdown passes from Collins have just been perfect, and it puts the Lions up by 11 with 2:25 to play in the half. Look at the passing yards for Collins. He is at 222 passing yards on the game, 153 for the Spirit. So I think we might have said shootout.
We did.
I think we might have said shootout, and this is a lot of games' final scores. We got, and not to say the half's even over yet. We got 2:25 to play.
And they got 3 timeouts. 2:25, 3 timeouts. That's plenty of time for Ottawa to do something here.
Oh, there's plenty of time for 3 drives left in this half. 2 for Ottawa, 1 for SAGU, no doubt. This could be a 35-31 game at the half, no question.
Here's TH on for the kickoff. He's going to try to kick it deep, and it's going to go over the head of Moreland. Great kick by TH.
About to say, that's the first real leg we've seen on it so far. I think the strategy has to be kick it away somehow. End zone, out of bounds, because someone is going to score a special teams touchdown today otherwise.
If he can kick it out of the end zone, why hasn't he done it every time?
That's a good question. There's not as much fog. I saw him warming up for the potential field goal, so maybe he finally got his leg warmed up enough.
There we go.
I don't know if fog is a factor. I don't know if maybe the pregame strategy was drop it and hope for good things to happen, but nah. Kick it out the back of the end zone. Or like I said, take the forfeit and kick it out of just roll it straight out of bounds. I don't care.
From the 25 now, here's McCullough. Again, down 28-17. He's got Moreland in the backfield, so watch out for him.
How do they respond to this adversity? They responded so well to start the game.
And hand it off to Moreland. He's going to bounce it to the outside, but he's met. Great job of gang tackling there by the Lions. We see Bryce Bailey as well as linebacker Torrey Williams.
Yeah, it's Torrey Williams who's going to read him all the way across, get the initial wrap up, keep him in place, and then Bryce Bailey goes low, 2-man tackle, gain of 1.
Bryce Bailey comes up limping. He steps off to the sideline. Keep an eye on that. That could be a big loss for the Lions.
Not what you want to see. Bailey's had a very good half, and he is definitely in pain as he hobbles towards the medical bench.
There's McCullough. There is a whistle, and a flag comes out.
That flag's in the secondary, so we'll see what the call is. SAGU trying to make some substitutions. It'd be a shame if they made a substitution error.
Substitution infraction, 12 men in formation on the defense, 5-yard penalty. It remains 2nd down.
And that's because you get an injured player, so you're trying to, honestly, that's when you need players to go down. Just go ahead and go down. Instead,
take the injury timeout.
Tries to get off the field too fast. No substitutions for Ottawa, so you just get stuck in a bad situation there and give 5 yards up.
McCullough rolling out to his left. He's going to go deep. Good coverage downfield. He hauls it in, and a flag comes out, but that's going to be a touchdown either way for Ottawa.
That is Graylock, and he is just absolutely blanketed and interfered with. And the SAGU player is down.
Cedric Dale, who was in coverage, goes down. This is,
unless it's something we're not expecting, though, that's going to be a 75-yard touchdown.
Pass interference, number 8 of the offense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. It remains 2nd down.
We'll need to see a replay. I thought for sure that interference was going to be defensive.
Officials timeout, player injury.
Let's see here.
He said number 8.
And that was who made the catch. That was, in fact, Graylock who made the catch.
Did he push off?
Yeah, I try to see a different angle here because my initial thought in that situation
we'll get a good look at it here.
Always going to be defensive. And
you saw the hands get on Cedric Dale.
And let me tell you something. Typically in this situation, when the ball is a little bit underthrown and you get a defender who runs into a player, they're going to give the wide receiver the benefit. However, in this situation, it looks like they're going to give him the benefit of the ball was underthrown and that you're going to get the push off. Yeah, because he gets run into here.
You see the arms extend there just a tad. Huh, interesting call.
If you're Graylock, you can't be happy about that. As it is, though, you do have a Lion player still down. He was the player who was ruled to be interfered with.
Cedric Dale, number 31, has been all over the field for the Lions today. Has actually played a pretty good game. Still down on the field.
Take a look around the standings right now. Arizona Christian and Langston all at the top there, as well as Oklahoma Panhandle State and Arizona Christian 4-0 on the season. SAGU sitting there at 1-1, but hardly out of it by any means. You have that one tough loss on the road with Langston. We said it pregame, your goal has to be win out. If you can win out, take care of these 4 games at home and 2 games on the road, that would be wins against Arizona Christian. There is that chance that if, there's a lot of teams still to play. It's still so early in the year. You're hardly out of the race so far, but it's definitely going to take, it's just 6 wins in a row. That's all it is.
Pedestrian. And Texas College was holding it close to Arizona Christian, as we saw earlier. It was just a 1-score game. Texas College upset over Arizona Christian would be huge.
Cedric Dale is still down. When he does get up after that 15-yard penalty, it's going to be 2nd and 19, back at the 16-yard line.
And SAGU definitely, you got to think they caught a break.
I really feel like they did. That's one of those situations where I would say 9 times out of 10 on an underthrown ball like that, you're going to get the contact is going to go in the favor of the receiver. In that situation, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm like, if you underthrow the ball, you shouldn't get a plus for that. Honestly, it did not look to me that Graylock had pushed off egregiously enough to get the first down. You look here, it's still 4th quarter. Arizona Christian just leading by 7, and it's good to see up on his feet now. Cedric Dale, he's going to need some assistance to get off the field.
Can't put any weight on that leg.
Again, we've only really seen one, and they're going to carry him off. They're actually going to carry him off the field. Got some strong trainers here. He's going to get off the field, and that is one of those situations where we're only seeing part of a replay. The ref who called it was on the back end. Maybe he's able to see something we can't. We're not really getting to see the full view of Graylock's hands as he's kind of pushing, and obviously there was enough contact that now you have Cedric Dale getting off the field very slowly. Be surprised if you see him back in this game after that. Here's the replay again that led to the Dale injury and erased what was going to be around a 75-yard touchdown pass. And the ref didn't hesitate.
That was instantly.
He threw it immediately and ran alongside, and we thought sure it'd be defensive, but SAGU catches a big break.
McCullough throws a screen, spins off the tackle, but then ultimately brought down. It's going to be 3rd and 10, back to the original line of scrimmage.
Clock under 90 seconds to play now, and Ottawa, Arizona might just try to slow it down here or run that clock down. SAGU's got too many men on the field. They need to hurry.
He gets off the field. McCullough now with 1:15 left in the half.
And they are going to let the clock run for just a little bit for sure, not try to give SAGU too much time left.
Hands it off. Can they get a stop? Moreland gets brought down. Beautiful tackle there on the outside.
Eric Berry.
Wrapping up, bringing him down.
That's a good pursuit. Run to where you think the running back's about to be. Eric Berry goes running straight for a spot. He doesn't run at the running back. He runs straight at the spot. And it will bring up 4th down.
SAGU does take a timeout. They let a couple seconds run off the clock there.
I'd have called a little bit sooner. But
timeout, Southwestern, their first of the half.
You're going to have 49 seconds now. You have 2 timeouts left. Obviously you're going to put Northey back there to return a punt, so you never know what's going to happen.
They're looking maybe 39, 40 seconds, depending what happens here on the punt.
Probably. And honestly, it'll depend on what your field position is. If they do a good job pinning you inside the 30, you probably take the knee and are happy to be up 11 at the half. Get some good field position now. You got a great kicker. No reason not to try some stuff.
Absolutely. Northey, he's dangerous. He's dangerous in the punt return game. There you see a live look-in between Evangel, who SAGU played week 1 on national television, ESPN3, and then William Penn.
And that Evangel team has turned into something. They were unranked to start the year, playing a ranked SAGU team, but they showed against SAGU why they are a force to be reckoned with, and they are cruising. Down 7-6 though right now in the third quarter.
Quite the opposite game that we have here in a shootout.
About to say. So you do have Northey back to return to his own 30-yard line. And this punt will definitely determine what the strategy is.
On the punt is Austin Bone. Gets the punt off. It's a good one. Northey floating back to the 21 to bring it in. Stumbles, trying to find a way to do something, and that is going to be brought down at about the, we'll call it the 18-yard line, and that probably will do it for the half. We could see SAGU come out and take a knee.
At the moment, the cart is taking Cedric Dale to the locker room. They are carting him off the field, so not what you want to see for the Lions, especially after the half that Cedric Dale was having. He was having a very good half. But yeah, great job by the special teams. After all these great returns we've seen, they finally get a big stop when they needed one, because it's definitely going to influence what SAGU does here. 38 seconds.
Collins comes out in 5 wide, just when we thought he might take a knee. Well, this is interesting. We'll see what happens here. Collins now, again, 5 wide, empty backfield, takes the snap, back to pass, brought in by Hill. If he can get out of bounds, they got something moving here, and he does. Pretty good gain there on first down. Only took a couple seconds.
Yeah, take 7 seconds off the clock. You pick up 12 yards up to the 31-yard line.
When they've had stuff as wide open across the middle of the field as it has been, why not take these shots?
Yeah, and take a couple over the middle. You got to, honestly, you have a little bit of soft spot right there right now. You still have 2 timeouts left, so after you pick up some yards, determine what you're going to do. Maybe now you're
Collins, another quick hitter out to Torres. He tries to flip it to Northey, and it goes out of bounds. A little hook and ladder there by the Lions.
You know, when Boise State ran that play, they were down 7 with 10 seconds to play. I wouldn't try that up 11 with 28 seconds left in the first half.
Very fortunate that ball goes out of bounds. That's rolling back towards the wrong way, towards the wrong end zone.
I mean, all credit to gutsiness. I love gutsiness. I love big plays, but man, if that were to have rolled and stayed in bounds, you just changed everything.
Yep, here's Collins now. He sends Free back behind him in the pistol. Collins fakes the handoff, back to pass. Looking across the middle, almost intercepted. Hit him right in the hands, Amari Burks. And there you see, they looks like they've adjusted to the middle of the field passes.
Yeah, and because he has his man open, they're going to lure Collins here. He looks, does his little pump fake. He sees his open man, throws it. Whoo-hoo, again, it's Carr again. He finds that soft spot. Collins is honestly lucky to leave this half at the moment with no interceptions. There have been 2 or 3 drops. That one no bigger than the other. So you fumble, and you almost throw an interception. If I'm them, I might try a run play here.
Hand the ball off
and just get out of the half. Very happy that you're up 11.
Nope, they're going to go back and pass. Collins looking for Northey on the sideline. He tiptoes, brings it in. And that could be a first down.
It's going to be a first.
It is.
They pick up the first. Just when I'm saying go conservative, hand it off. They pick up 11 yards on third down. And the drive is still moving. You still have 2 timeouts. You got 18 seconds left. Still time to get in field goal range.
That's why we're up here and not down on the sidelines, Tim. Here's Collins now, 18 seconds from the 43. 3 out wide to his left. Interesting formation. Collins, he's going to run around here. He's got nobody on that side of the field. He has nothing to do but throw it away.
Yeah.
Busted play. Collins had everybody going to the left side.
And you know what happens? He's motioning for Dotson. Get up the field, get up the field. Dotson's trying to get his shoe back on right now. He is trying to get him up the field. He can't figure out why he's not making it, and it's because his shoe came off in the middle of that play. So it just busted all the way around. So now just 9 seconds left. Still time, honestly, to get one more pass over the middle, get a quick timeout, and try a long field goal, but not much more time than that.
2nd and 10, Collins. Quick pass out to Carr. Carr reverses field. And he's going to cut it up. He's got to get out of bounds, and he does. So we've got enough time for a heave at the end zone. Now, SAGU does have a couple of big-bodied receivers, Bryant Dotson and Torres Hill. Torres Hill comes in at 6'4". Dotson comes in at 6'3". So Collins does have the arm to get it to the end zone.
He does.
He's got to give him time.
Yeah, if he can get time. And honestly, they've had time. We've seen Ottawa get away from the blitz. They apparently thought they were getting burnt by it too much. They have not shown it once on this drive. They're not going to show it here either. They're going to drop back. No one's standing near the end zone, though.
Dotson not on the field. Here's Collins finding Northey. Northey, he's the guy you want in the open field, and he cannot escape the tackle. Valiant effort there by Northey and Collins to close the half. But that's going to do it for
that play concludes the first half.
28-17 in favor of the SAGU Lions. And Tim, you said it. It's been, it's almost like basketball. It's been a game of runs.
Because you're 2.5 minutes into the game. SAGU's up 14, and then for the next quarter, it is all Ottawa. They just plow down the field. They shut you down. They make you make mistakes. They go 17-14, and then you're getting nervous. You're getting pretty nervous about what's going to happen. SAGU comes back that 80-yard touchdown drive with the 2 passes over the middle of the car. Just so huge to change the momentum of this game. You get another touchdown. You're up by 11 at the half, exactly where you want to be in this situation. Collins has been making a lot of good decisions on these last few drives. You've been able to get some guys open, and I don't think I can stress enough how big those 2 offsides penalties were to change the nature of this game and get that blitz off.
It really sparked that run that the Lions went on of 17 straight points.